Sophie's contribution to the royal family and the trust the palace has in her have been highlighted by royal commentator Russell Myers. The expert noted it became apparent following the death of Prince Philip just how much confidence the firm has in the Countess. Sophie, Prince Edward and their eldest daughter Lady Louise spoke to the media on the first Sunday that followed the passing of the Duke of Edinburgh. Then, the Countess spoke about the very peaceful death of Prince Philip, her father-in-law. She also said, "It was right for him. It was so gentle. It was just like somebody took him by the hand and off he went. Very, very peaceful, and that's all you want for somebody, isn't it?" On the previous day, while leaving Windsor Castle, she had updated reporters on how the Queen was coping. Mr. Myers noted Sophie could have spoken about Philip and the Queen in such difficult times only with the approval of the palace. He wrote in the Mirror, "It wasn't just the fact that she could barely disguise her devastation as she paid tribute to the Queen's beloved husband of 73 years. Her words of such an intimate moment, coupled with the fact that she mentioned him at all, told us so much more of her trusted place within the royal family. Many royal watchers and sources have spoken of Sophie as the Queen's favourite over the past few years." A source recently told The Sun, "Edward happened to marry someone for whom his mother has great affection. Sophie is much more than a daughter-in-law, more of a daughter." Mr. Myers went on saying the Countess isn't just close to the Queen but also a hard-working member of the firm. Mr. Myers said, "Without question she will step up, if needed. But as those who know her will testify, it will be without the fanfare of certain other members within the family business, instead quietly making sure the charities and issues she shines a light on actually get the credit." Praising Sophie, he added, "But in her more than 2 decades as firstly the Queen's daughter-in-law and within time, a loyal and trusted member of Her Majesty's inner circle, she has more than shown she is the safe pair of hands the family needs at such a time of distress and disharmony." The Countess herself spoke about the calls for her to step up and take in more duties and patronages. In an interview with the Sunday Times in June 2020 focused on her trip to South Sudan carried out to raise awareness on conflict-related sexual violence, Sophie was also asked whether the public would start to see more of her after the Sussexes' exit. She said, "There are only so many hours in the day. People may pay more attention to what I am doing, but I remain as busy as I have ever been." Speaking about her workload, she also said, "I am pretty busy already, so I'm not sure how much more I can do." Earlier this week, Sophie opened up on Prince Philip and how the royal family has been coping with the loss over the past 2 months. In an interview with BBC host Naga Munchetti, Sophie described Philip's death as a giant-sized hole in our lives. The grieving process, she added, has been made longer and more difficult by the pandemic. She said, "We're not necessarily doing the things that we would have normally done with him. So I think the whole grieving process is probably likely for us to take a lot longer." She continued, "It's only when you do the normal things you would have done with them and you suddenly realize that they are not there, that you start to have an, oh my goodness moment."